Thanks for joining us at 5:30. I'm Tim Gordon.
And I'm Stephanie Domerat. Our top story tonight, the city of Portland is now threatening to fine the owner of the building housing the ICE facility in South Portland, who has been renting it out to the federal government. Today, the city's Permitting and Development Department upheld a zoning violation issued back in September for holding detainees for more than 12 hours and for boarding windows on the ground floor. The building's owner has until March 16th to correct the violations or face fines of $934 a day. We've reached out to the building's owner, but we have not yet heard back. A police chase turned deadly this week on I-205 in West Lynn. The driver was suspected in a Halloween holdup at a Central Oregon restaurant. Police say the man in this surveillance video who robbed Sassy's in Redmond in October was 54-year-old Douglas York. Here's the manager at that store.
And then he told me that he had had a bad day. He threw a Crown Royal bag on the counter and showed me his gun that was underneath in his waistband.
York later pleaded guilty and was supposed to be sentenced Wednesday. Instead, he escaped house arrest and was spotted speeding in Clackamas County, according to sheriff's deputies. As they tried to stop him, they say he rear-ended another car, then eventually lost control, rolled over, and was ejected and died at the scene.
Today, TriMet announced it's moving forward with plans to create bus-only lanes on 82nd Avenue, one of the most notorious stretches of street in the Rose City. At a meeting today, city leaders and the public testified about the so-called bat lanes stretching 8 miles between Northeast Lombard and Southeast Clatsop streets. The design is still in the works and the city needs to figure out the funding, but the project is a go. Catherine Cook looks at how it would work.
Business owners along 82nd Avenue worry the bat lanes could slow down cars, which could discourage drivers from taking 82nd Avenue at all, which could put their businesses at risk. They want TriMet to further study the impact before making any decisions. Thursday evening along Southeast 82nd Avenue, and Andrew Fierro is taking the bus home. He uses public transit a lot, but isn't sure giving buses their own lanes on this corridor would help around rush hour.
But if I got to get to work, I'm driving. And to me, I think that lane would kind of disrupt the traffic and cause more traffic after that.
TriMet says they're adding business access and transit, or BAT lanes, to speed up bus line 72, making it an express service. That means taking vehicle traffic down to just one lane in each direction. TriMet has outlined 2 scenarios. One would convert 82nd Avenue's curbside lanes to BAT lanes at only the north and south ends of the corridor. The other plan would create BAT lanes on nearly the whole 82nd corridor from Northeast Lombard to Southeast Clatsop. In that scenario, bus trips would speed up by 3 to 4 minutes, but car trips would slow down by the same amount. TriMet predicts the car slowdowns would divert up to 25% of traffic off 82nd during peak travel times, which has some business owners worried.
You have to ask the question of, like, how are we going to make up the customer base if something like that were to happen?
Michael Liu owns Fubon Market and is board chair of the Portland Metro Chamber. He led a multi-agency effort asking for a study to evaluate potential business impact the bat lanes might have. More than 50 businesses co-signed the letter.
We want a better, safer, more resilient, reliable 82nd Avenue, but at the same time, we want to make sure we're not displacing the businesses or the people that help make 82nd what it is today.
In Southeast Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
In an update, after some 110 years in business, Southeast Portland's Sheridan Fruit Co is closing. Last month, we reported the market was thinking about shutting down due to a drop in foot traffic and a loss in revenue as produce orders from local restaurants dried up. The owners told us then they were hoping to hold on, but announced today they will close their doors tomorrow for the final time.
Well, meantime, Portland's Leach Botanical Garden is now at risk after losing critical city funding. Here's Blair Best.
In Southeast Portland,
there's a lot of new growth and the flowers are just starting to come up.
Tucked in the trees of the Pleasant Valley neighborhood,
This is kind of where the kids like to play.
in the Leach Botanical Garden, also known as Portland's secret garden.
The idea is, of course, to give people a sense of the canopy of the forest.
The garden was donated to the city of Portland in the 1980s. It's run by the nonprofit Leach Garden Friends. Eric Vines is the interim executive director.
And it's different from a park in that it is cultivated. The plantings here are very specific and special to the Pacific Northwest.
Costing about $1.2 million a year to run. The nonprofit raises most of it, but the city cut its $350,000 share last year, ending its contract with Leach Garden Friends.
So by December, it was abundantly clear that we weren't going to make it.
The nonprofit now laying off 11 people, half its staff. Jamie LeBaron is one of them.
It all felt sudden.
Jamie would direct community programs like children honeybee hikes and horticulture classes. Her dream job, she says.
It's a lot of sadness. I think that we're just getting through, like layoffs haven't happened yet, so there's still kind of this countdown.
A countdown felt by the entire gardening team.
To get some plants installed ahead of the layoffs. Obviously, it's really sad to see all of the work that's been happening here over the last 30 years coming kind of to a standstill.
Oh, very sad. I mean, I just cried on the way to work today. We have a great staff.
The nonprofit needs to raise $50,000 a month for the next 5 months, while urging the city to restore its funding in next year's budget. City Council will decide in June.
It would be a shame for it to not continue to exist in this format, but our whole society is reckoning with a lot of these tough choices right now. And so we are one story among many, but we're doing our best to try to keep this one to be a happy story.
Thanks to Blair Best for her report. Well, Valentine's Day isn't all flowers and chocolate. Why rage rooms are booming this time of year, and the surprising way some couples are turning anger into date night.
And for kids spending Valentine's Day in the hospital, a special delivery on 4 legs is bringing smiles and much needed comfort. That's pretty sweet, wouldn't you say, Celine?
Definitely sweet. But you know what? It's been a rainy Friday night. Saturday's Valentine's Day, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit wet as well. Cool in the 40s. Things turn around a little bit on Sunday. We'll talk more about it coming up.
I'm Matthew Herchick, new morning anchor at KGW. I'm a huge sports fan, and I know I might be from the Buckeye State, but I'm excited to explore what the Rose City has to offer. I want to make sure you're prepared for the day, whether it's bringing you breaking news or sharing those inspirational stories that make you smile. We've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to Portland's #1 streaming newscast, Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
It is Valentine's Day weekend, but not all relationship struggles are necessarily about love. A recent survey from Bankrate found that 45% of people don't know everything about their partner's finances. 1 in 4 people surveyed admitted to hiding debt, expenses, or income from their partner, and that can hurt your relationship, with 20 to 40% of divorces being caused by financial issues. But according to Bankrate's principal analyst, keeping your money separate from your significant other is actually a healthy approach if you do it right.
You agree that you and your spouse each have some money that's yours and yours alone, and that's separate from the account that you have for joint bills. that's fine as long as you agree on it.
Still, 47% of millennials believe cheating with your checkbook is at least as bad as physical cheating.
What?
Yeah, that seems kind of crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, whether it's finances or something else that gives your relationship the blues, here's one way to deal with the stress.
Joshua Skinner takes us to a Valentine's Day rage room.
Sometimes it's just one of those days when you want to break stuff.
A little different, yes.
Dion Holmes has run Total Rage ATL in Powder Springs for the past 3 years.
Business has been bonkers.
And this time of year, it gets even busier. Because not everyone is in love with Valentine's Day.
You're laughing.
Dion has seen it all.
A group of men who were just aggravated with relationships.
And women.
They got told that they couldn't beat the ex's F-250s.
In here, you can get those Valentine's frustrations out. My love life is great, by the way. I just needed B-roll. And maybe to vent against my editors.
Stop. Staging.
My skills. Less Hallmark, more Limp Bizkit.
Rage is more of a form of expression.
It's safe to go crazy here. And despite being a physical embodiment of a Taylor Swift breakup song, on the flip side, it can also be a cool Valentine's date.
Sharing love together, and they're expressing themselves in their own way.
Love it or love hating it, you only have to deal with Valentine's Day for a few more days. Or not.
You do what you like, safely.
In a fit of rage, Joshua Skinner, Atlanta News First.
And if you're feeling inspired, there are some rage rooms here in Portland if you're interested. Okay, enough with the downer Valentine stories, but we asked you about your happy plans and wishes for the day. So here are a few of your responses. Sylvie from Fairview says, quote, my husband goes to Division Wines every year and gets me anywhere from 6 to 12 bottles of wine. He knows the way to my heart.
That's really good. All right, well, I'll pick up the next one. Brian says he'd love a Speed Queen washing machine as a Valentine's Day gift. Okay, why
I like
not?
how he's telling us. Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
Speed Queen, too. You got to have the Speed Queen. And Christy from McMinnville says she wants wine tasting and dinner out for Valentine's Day.
You hope that their partners are watching this so they
Hope
know
so, yeah.
what they want.
Hopefully,
Hope
yeah.
so.
Everyone should have tuned in and they're taking notes.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Those both sound good.
I hope you guys don't have. Do you have outdoor plans?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
me either, because it's going to be a little cool, a little bit damp out there. I mean, there's some people's things, not mine.
Yeah.
We're going to see a little bit of rain. We had the rain move in this afternoon, and we'll continue into tomorrow. But good news, it won't be heavy rain, so it won't destroy any plans. I know I would just rather be indoors and not in 40-degree weather. But it's 48 degrees right now here in the Rose City. Looking at our sky camera, those winds coming out of the south at 7 miles per hour, and then taking a look at Timberline Lodge, definitely a dreary sight over there. 28 degrees. Wind gusts, though, getting up to 15 miles per hour. We're not looking at a lot of snow this weekend. We're looking more so at the rain, and the bulk of the rain is really coming down tonight. So looking at our radar, after 2 p.m., that rain really started to move into our area, and it's been sticking around ever since. Areas just south of us seeing a little bit more moderate rainfall. Areas near McMinnville also saw more moderate rainfall today, but it stayed pretty light in the Portland area overall. As we get into our evening, that should continue. Low temperatures early this morning, it wasn't so bad. 41 degrees was the temperature early this morning, 43 in Vancouver. Upper 30s, though, in McMinnville, and along the coast, we were looking at low 40s. In terms of our high, we did hit 50 degrees at the airport. Here in the downtown area, we got up to 49, so definitely cooler than what we were seeing on Thursday, but still overall mild temperatures, 48 in Hood River, 50 in Vancouver for the high, and coastal areas, we're seeing temperatures in the low 50s today. So as we get into our weekend, expect those light showers on Saturday. Again, light showers, scattered showers. It's not going to be consistent. Heavy rainfall, especially in the Portland area. It should be pretty minimal rain, but still a little bit of rain nonetheless. Temperatures in the upper 40s. We get into our Sunday and things are going to turn mild and dry. We're looking at highs returning to the 50s, and it'll be a dry day with a little bit of sunshine, and then we turn right back around come Monday and the cold temperatures return as we see back-to-back systems coming in from the north. And so again, temperatures going down and more rain with that. And so looking at our futurecast as we get into Saturday afternoon, we're dealing with some of that shower activity. By the evening, that wraps up. And like I said, our Sunday's mostly dry, but then we get to Monday and expect more rainfall again as we get hit with those back-to-back systems that are also going to be bringing snow to our mountain areas. In terms of how much rain and how much snow, that's still a little bit of a gray area as we are quite a few days out. I'll tell you for tomorrow, we're probably not going to see more than 3 inches of snow in areas like near government camp in the Willamette Pass. Santiam Pass could see up to around 5 inches by tomorrow morning, but likely we're going to see more snow than that next week again as we see those back-to-back systems in our area. So looking at that snowfall forecast, like I said, not a lot of snow this weekend, not even more than 5 inches in most places. It's as we get to the rest of our week. Looking at Thursday evening now, 10 inches in the Mount Hood area, potentially 7 inches in the Hoodoo ski area, almost 9 in Willamette Pass, almost 10 in Mount Bachelor. And so, of course, snow has been much needed. So this does come as some good news. And then looking at our rainfall forecast, as we're looking at tonight, we're not seeing a lot of rainfall, especially in the Portland area. We're at around just a little bit above 1/10 of an inch likely by tonight. Salem not even at 1/10 of an inch. Mount Hood at 2/10. Other areas definitely seeing even less rainfall. So not a lot of rainfall as we get into Saturday night. Same thing, 2/10 of an inch. So we're going to be seeing less than 1/4 of an inch from all this combined by tomorrow night. So it's not a lot of rain at all. As we look at our 7-day forecast, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the upper 40s tomorrow. Valentine's Day, scattered showers. As we get into Sunday, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 50s. And then as we get into the rest of the week, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the upper 40s. And that rain really just rolls in, started on President's Day. So Sunday is going to be the break day and then more rain after that.
Yeah, a lot of rain looks like on our way, but we need that. So that's good news. All right,
Yep.
Celine, thank you. Well, still ahead, children are some of the fastest adopters of artificial intelligence, but experts are warning it could reshape how they learn and even how their brains develop.
Hi, I'm Christine Padawanich. I'm a journalist at KGW, and I love exploring Portland's amazing food scene. New spot? I'm there. So I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still, it moves. It moves you to act, to vote, to volunteer, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the good stuff that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
Artificial intelligence is increasing its presence in our lives, and there's some evidence young people are embracing it the fastest.
But as Chris Glorioso reports, that is raising concerns about the impact on their mental health and developing minds.
You choose the algorithm, assign it to your model, and now you can actually train the model.
At this small private school in New Rochelle, New York, they are going all in on AI.
You're setting the model equal to the algorithm.
AI is not going to go anywhere. We have to embrace it, and we have to teach our students how to use it wisely.
Virginia Miller is headmaster of the Thornton Donovan School, a K-12 institution that just announced artificial intelligence will be infused into the entire school's curriculum during the 26-27 school year. That means every student and every teacher will use it.
We can use AI to make better students. They're not going to replace teachers.
I think AI is great at being sort of an at-home tutor.
They're taking data from data sets and they're responding to prompts that you give them.
I personally use it for notes and organization.
Students here and across the country are already experimenting with AI. But how will AI chatbots impact learning? And more broadly, how might chatbots impact childhood?
As their brains are developing, we want to make sure that they have healthy inputs.
In an exclusive survey of the American Psychiatric Association, NBC asked more than 2,000 psychiatrists about AI's potential to change the developing brain. Their responses conveyed profound concern. More than 86% predicted the use of AI among children and teens would tend to inhibit brain development by replacing human interactions with lower quality synthetic socialization. And yet, despite concerns about screen time, not all the psychiatrists were pessimistic about AI. In that survey, about 60% said some children will benefit because AI platforms can tailor lessons to the individual needs of students.
You can have students that maybe have something that holds them back, but with the help of AI, maybe they can become the scientists they want to, but they can't do the formulas so well. The possibilities with AI is just endless.
Back at the Thornton Donovan School, teachers and administrators say they plan to use artificial intelligence intelligently, teaching even the youngest kids to think critically about chatbots and their output. They're even planning a school trip to Silicon Valley. These students, not afraid AI will eliminate their future careers, they expect AI skills will guarantee them a future paycheck.
I think that we shouldn't view it as AI is going to take over jobs. I think AI will only help you do your job better.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
I'm Trina Green, a morning anchor at KGW and new dog mom to this sweet guy. Meet Barry. I love getting your mornings off to a great start, whether it's sharing stories of resilience and triumph in our community, or following breaking news from Beaverton to Gresham and everywhere in between. We've got you covered, because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to KGW Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
Welcome back. My favorite story of the day, some four-legged cupids delivered Valentine's Day cards to kids at Seattle Children's Hospital this week.
Yeah, and Bridget Chavez has the heartwarming story.
We have a special delivery for you. That's so cute. Valentine's. Let's go say hi. Can they jump up with you? Yeah.
For kids spending Valentine's Day inside a hospital room.
Oh, hi.
I think that they have a very slobbery Valentine for you.
One visit can change everything.
Hey, can I have this, please?
Oliver would rather be at his school Valentine's party. Instead, he's here.
Because it's always a fun because you get candy at it. And I never got candy this year because I'm going to have to stay at the hospital.
Nash and Scarlett are making the rounds at Seattle Children's Hospital.
Go on in.
Next stop, 7-month-old Deacon.
Is that a Valentine's card for us?
Can you give?
Oh, thank you, Scarlett.
That's a good girl. Yes. Says you are so loved. Love Scar. Oh.
She went to show you.
She forgot to sign it. Yeah.
Officially, they're facility dogs. Unlike therapy dogs, they're part of the hospital team.
Sometimes they help make patient beds, or they are opening doors for patients.
They were trained through Canine Companions, a national nonprofit that provides service dogs free of charge.
They look kind of silly when they first came in.
Give? Oh, thank you. All right, this one says, Happy Valentine's Day. This one says, you're one in a melon. And that's really the point of this, is for kids here, these days can be really tough. So even just little reminders like this from cuties like these guys can mean so much.
They're really funny and weird cards.
For families navigating long days here,
high five.
Those smiles
Try again.
and laughs
Yeah.
warm the heart.
Just kind of helps the spirit a lot, kind of breaks up the day a little bit, and just has some loving energy. Just petting those dogs, seeing Oliver have a big smile on his face.
This is your first Valentine's Day.
Bridget Chavez, King 5 News.
Oh, so sweet. Well, the Winter Olympics are happening right now, of course, on KGW and NBC. Here's a look at some of what's coming up tonight on prime time. At 8 o'clock, the podium is decided in the women's snowboard cross final. Then at 8:30, it is the men's free skate. And at 9:15, the men's halfpipe final in snowboarding.
But stay with us right now because we have another full hour of news coming up in just 2 minutes.
In the meantime, let's check out this view from our Vancouver sky camera. Pretty view out there. We'll see you in just a few minutes.